So this is a supplemental video for a lesson for my drawing class. Um, these are the pens I'll be using for this. Faber-Castell Sepia Tone M and S pens. The M is going to be for my outer contours, S for the inner contours. So this drawing is a drawing I was introduced to freshman year at college, um, and it's what my professor called a sweat drawing. The idea being that you sweat out every detail as you go. I'm working in pen with no sketch. That's that's part of the sweat, um, and it's a slow process. This is about practicing observation and training your hand to do what your eye sees. So first thing I'm trying to do is figure out what part of the plant, the leaves that I'm going to be drawing, I want to use in this drawing. This isn't going to be a finished drawing. I limited myself to the amount of time that my students are going to have in class, so about 40 minutes, but um, we're not going to show you all of it at normal speed. I did want to start this drawing, or the video, rather, of the drawing at normal speed so you can see how slowly I'm working out this line, and I'm spending more time looking at the subject than I am at the page. Carefully observing and then drawing a little bit of the line, and then looking back at the subject and drawing a little bit more of the line. And the reason for wanting to be so careful with the line is actually twofold. One, I'm not going to get any chance to make any corrections. I'm working in pen on Bristol with no way to fix my lines after. But the bigger reason is that I want to be able to describe the volume, the mass of the shapes that I'm describing without the use of any modeling or shading of any kind. The line alone has to give a sense of depth. And we're going to speed this up here for a second to get to the second pen. The edges of the leaves and the little stems for them I'm doing in this thicker pen. The veins in the leaves and the smaller details I'm doing in the thinner pen. So we're gonna scoot ahead a little bit and take a quick look at that. You'll notice as this drawing goes forward that I'm switching back and forth between my heavy line and my lighter line. That's just a personal preference thing. As I went through, it was very organic. I didn't plan out exactly like how much I wanted to plot out with the heavier line before I switched back and forth. It just went as it felt right. And in fact, there's no particular reason to use two different gauges of instrument at all. Um, Although I find it's nice to have some variation in the line thickness. If I were using a tool that were more responsive to pressure and gave me a wider variation of line, I wouldn't need to switch back and forth at all. Another note on the flow of this drawing, and it is a suggestion I would make for others doing contour drawings. Um, Start in the front. If you can't go back and erase anything and you can't sketch anything out ahead of time, the logical place, unlike many other drawings, is to start with whatever's closest to you. So I started with the leaf that was on top and worked my way back. That helped me gauge the locations of things because I could see where they fell behind other objects, and it worked pretty well for me in this drawing. Alright, seeing as we're already 4 minutes in on this video, we are going to zip ahead at like 20 speed. So, see you in a little bit. Okay, we are at the one part of this drawing that I really wish I hadn't done. This twig with leaves on it is sitting in a clear mason jar. and I really wish that I had not included the mason jar in the drawing. It's sloppily done, and I think it's distracting, but I thought I should make a note of it. I would say that, especially for those of you who are going to attempt this for the first time, the likelihood of you making marks that you wish you hadn't made is high. And I really don't want you to become too discouraged if not all of your marks are just the way you want to see them. With all of the time lapsing that we've been doing, it's hard to keep track of. At this point, I am 21 minutes into the drawing, so this is about the halfway point. And from here until right before the end of the drawing, we are going to just blast through in high speed so you can see this thing get done without sitting in front of your computer all day. So in the interest of conserving time, I'm going to do some talking now that I would have otherwise done at the end. At the very end of this video, I'll show you guys some close-ups of the drawing itself. And for those of you who are in my class, you'll get to see it in person. So it's not the Mona Lisa. It's not supposed to be. It is an exercise to get your hand keyed to your eyes and get your eyes doing what they're supposed to. All right, thanks.